Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Suicidal campaign of AI bonuses. Not so suicidal, actually. That's going to be what I have to say every time now. Okay, now we can smash his army. We have lots of cav, which is great. However, a lot of the cav's not even going to get used. Which is fine, because, you know, they're not taking any damage. That's what's important. We want the infantry to be the ones that reinforce. But we're doing some pretty good flanking. I do feel like the excess cav is maybe unnecessary. This will likely be a stack wipe. Yep. You already have 19 war score. I just want these two things. Of course, we don't have the claim just yet. Negative 42 reasons. We will leave behind 3 infantry. Well, a 4 stack. Tell you what, we'll do it this way. Does he... No, he actually does not have any siege value. Thought we had one guy with siege value. We do. Okay, head up that way then. I could march my army up to take the Norwegian fort that they never seem to put, you know, they just never seem to do anything with. I have military access from you, please. Insufficient support here. Yeah, I think I may have gone a little bit too high on cav. We're definitely not going to make any more cavalry. You guys can siege this stuff if you want. It's worth nothing. The merchants are suffering. Just take the absent merchant penalty. What's worth more? Fighting this army before it can combine, or going for the fort that's not protected? I'm only going to send a little bit up there. How many troops does Norway have? They have 6,000 infantry, so no, we've got to send the whole thing. Medium enthusiasm's nice. Blockade helps. I think taking that fort will probably end the war. Very, very quick and easy war. In fact, so fast that I won't have the admin points to actually core this stuff. Maybe we just peace out for one. I think we do. Yeah, I really don't see any reason to try to take more land right now. We don't have the admin points, we don't have the admin points, you know? I mean, it would be nice to get more power projection. We're only going to get 10 from this, but, you know, we don't have the admin points, so it is what it is. Also prevents us from really picking up very much war exhaustion, which is nice. I mean, I can't even core this one, so. Yep, we need more monarch point generation, man. And again, I think there's going to be a rebellion here no matter what, right? Perhaps not. On its own, this army is actually quite good, but when we start detaching infantry to do sieges, we have just way too much cav. I think 6 was probably more than enough. Now is a good time to roll a general, since we do have more than 20 army tradition. We don't need it quite yet. Alright, how do our friends feel about us? Austria could be a little bit higher. Sweden certainly needs to be higher. Yeah, they're really upset that I took this land. I'm gonna need to play friends with Sweden for a while here. You're happy that I conquered your rival provinces, indeed. Yeah, we're gonna have to just do everything we can to prevent them from becoming hostile. Because if they turn on me right now, like, we'd probably be okay, but it's a lot better having them as a friend. I think for fairly obvious reasons. Now, I may have possibly claimed a few too many provinces. Not a big fan of fighting him. If we were to attack anyone right now, it would be Pomerania. We could easily beat them. They're only on, well, they're on Tech 5. Same thing here, negative 44 prestige, and it's barely coming back. How's the Polish prestige look? Still negative. It's great. It's a good sign. If it gets closer to 0, we'll definitely have to find a way to get to war with them. Oh, I never started my core, did I? Okay, so if we took... I mean, again, I'm limited by admin points here, so if we were to take lands... Poland is allied with Mecklenburg. No big deal. We're looking at 13 times 9. So 117. Probably declare this war now and at least take that. Get that truce started. The actual rebellion is looking like it's not going to happen for a while. I love how quickly autonomy comes down for us because of our government form. It might not seem like much, but that extra 0.05 is like worth so much because it happens even while you're at war. You lose autonomy, and it's roughly, you know, the same thing as having a 50% increase, at least at the current stage of the game. It's quite good. So we've picked up this province, which has no buildings yet, but we're definitely going to want to build something. And the question is, how long do we want to wait before we consider moving our capital node here? Oh, he just bumped his development up. Wild and in the nature, in its natural habitat, the Pomerania can be seen raising its development. It's a shame we weren't able to rival him. We've been taking quite a bit of land from him. I probably should have realized that. At the time when I first started playing this campaign, I didn't realize that I was going to be able to take this land by joining the Empire. No, I was expecting that this land would be off limits because of the Emperor defending against us. By joining the Empire, it just really made a lot of opportunity available here. Fantastic news, trade efficiency. Alright, so we're working on you. We're going to work on the current Emperor again. And I suppose as soon as we have, like, roughly... Let's see, how long do we think the war is going to take with you? I mean, your allies are so insignificant that they don't matter. Okay, there goes our heir. Do we still have the opinion bonus with Lithuania for having voted for them? Yes, we do. Alright, a local noble. Sweden's opinion goes up by plus 50. That seems like a great thing to do. I mean, I'd like to get my devotion back up to 100. But guaranteeing that Sweden and I stay friends? Yeah. Wolfgang! Oh yeah. I don't care how much you want my provinces. We're going to stay friends. Anyway, we need 126 points. We already have 62. 126 minus 62 divided by 5. It's going to take 12.8 months. This would take about a year for this war. It might. It's not a completely crazy estimate. There will be a capital fort to siege. Okay, short term, long term. A lot of military points. We're gonna go for the mercantilism though. I love having high income. I want to get our income so high that we can have forts in like every province. That just seems like fun. It'd be a horrible, horrible waste of building slots, but it'd be fun. If anything, actually, I feel like I should probably ditch this fort right here. We could just turn the one on that we have in the capital and have the same amount of army tradition from fully maintained forts. Like having 2 forts here, not only does it get really squirrely with the zones of control, but it's also just, it feels very unnecessary. Also, we're going to make our guy into a leader. 5-2-3. I see no drawback whatsoever. The more often you get to vote for a new character, the more often you can bump up your devotion or get prestige or get these opinion bonuses that apparently last for freaking ever. 50 years of opinion it's a long time. Even if he's a good heir, I don't really care because, you know, yeah, he's got 11 monarch points. Big deal. Apparently, we're now in charge. Okay. We can now make Denmark like us. Rather not, actually. Lose some prestige in favor of gaining more devotion. I don't want to lose prestige. We're so close to getting free stability. Let's just gain 5 devotion. Wow. That guy's a badass. Alright, so we are technically the same dynasty as Sweden. So I believe we can't claim your throne. There's really nothing I can do to like force a union. But if we get lucky and Johan Bilkir comes in charge and then they die without an heir, it could just happen naturally. The other thing that's really, really nice about monastic orders is that it's completely impossible to have a regency council. It's one of the things. It's like playing as a republic. It's just so nice that you just don't have to deal with that BS, like ever. You know? It's like, oh, your character died. We'll just elect someone who's 50. You know, look at this. Our guy's 35 and 35. Young enough that you get to use them for a while, but old enough that no regency councils. I'm going to take Stettin off your hands. Now it's possible that these guys are going to be able to get over here very quickly, so sending just a 1 stack ahead might be a mistake. We'll see. In fact, no, I'm gonna send a lot more than just that. We'll leave behind 3 infantry. Make it 4. Send the rest forward. Do we have siege value? No siege value on any of our leaders. Okay, do we want to take the extra merchant, or do we want to try to catch up on Diplotech? I feel like we're really missing out by not having the 20% trade efficiency bonus. On the other hand, just having an extra guy is fine. And starting to knock these out is very good. Maybe they're not going to get military access. Seems like a pretty obvious choice, actually. We finished our core? No? No, wait, nowhere near. Well, I wouldn't mind hiring a general. We're ahead of time? No, we're not ahead of time. Never mind, if we're not ahead of time, we're not going to hire generals. We'll just rely on our randomized rulers for generals. That's another really big advantage, actually, if you think about it. Never having to actually hire a general. Granted, you can't guarantee you're going to have a good leader. If your leader's bad, you might not have one, but we'll stay there, preferably. Alright, so if we took this one off your hands, it's going to be 127 points. Depending on how long this war takes, we might take 2. I think aggressive expansion is still totally fine. Expanding in a very controlled method. As soon as it starts to get a little bit higher on this side, we just expand in a different direction. Oh dear, let's see. Take the merchant, don't take the merchant. Take the merchant, don't take the merchant. I think we have to take the merchant. So if I keep trying to chase being ahead of time on Diplo, we're just never going to get the ideas done. It'd be nice, temporarily, to have the 20% trade efficiency bonus, but this kind of is going to give us the same thing, because we're going to have one more merchant steering trade. And ideally we want to use these merchants wherever possible on inland trade zones. So I think we want to do it like here. And steer this way. Because that way we're going to get quite a bit of trade power. Once he arrives. Teutonic Order. Yeah, 50 trade power. It's not bad. Suddenly we have 14% control on that node. We're doing some work. And now in our capital node we should have a extra modifier for transfer from Krakow and Kiev. So it's functionally the same thing, really. And we only have 133 points. I'm not convinced that I want to wait for more admin points, or take land that I can't core immediately. That's a fairly long truce. As long as I don't lose any ships, I don't mind just sort of waiting a little bit. We're killing his navy. Feels good, man. .8. We've gained a little bit of prestige there. So we're at 41.58. This gives us 5.5. That's not going to be enough. Enthusiasm's still going to be so high because the war is so short. I'm going to try to make them annul their treaties as well. 7.5. Still not enough. What if I had you give up your claims in my land? Now we're at 8.5. That'll actually work. Okay. Alright, good deal. I like the free stability. Conquer Goldingen. I mean, I do want to do that at some point, but I think we do this one for now. Okay. Well, I think we've had a very good controlled start here. And, again, I gotta say, I don't really feel like the AI bonuses is making any difference whatsoever. Like, I thought at first, when I was playing as Granada, like, oh god, it's gonna be crazy. And now, the more I play it, it's just, what difference does it make, really? The AI doesn't play any different. They don't really seem to take advantage of the fact that, I mean, they don't really have a lot of expenses, you know, because the cost of their troops is also damn cheap. Has the mission control Estonia. Estonia. Is this a region? It's the Baltics, Europe. It's not a province. I'm not sure what that mission is. I don't remember. Serbia will give land to Hungary. Okay. Again, seeing some more controlled expansion up there. We do pretty well on manpower now. Very much looking forward to a war with Poland. Definitely going to want to build trade posts. Or not trade posts, but like, you know, whatever they're called on these. As soon as they are done with their course. We're going to tech up to Tech 6 soon. Fairly soon we'll have our cannon, Big Bertha. We want to keep Lithuania maxed. I think more so than our relationship with Austria. Austria is really more of a long-term investment, just in case they become the emperor again. It's very, very important that when Lithuania breaks free, we immediately get an alliance before they can rival us. Even if we have to go above the relationship limit. Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to take a break here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.